Let's go to Johnny's. Conveniently located on Route 11 just south of Chambersburg with easy access from Interstate 81. For over 50 years, Johnny's has been bringing you restaurant quality foods and more at wholesale prices. You may shop at Johnny's Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. till 7 p.m. and on Saturday from 8 till 1, and no membership cards needed at Johnny's. Once inside Johnny's, you'll find food, equipment, and supplies. Whether it's dinner for 2 or 200, Johnny's knowledgeable and friendly staff is there to help. Restaurant quality foods at wholesale prices. Let's find out what's cooking at Johnny's.
Well, welcome back to another edition of What's Cooking at Johnny's. Have you been to our webpage yet? Well, you gotta go there. www.johnniesinc.com. We've got some great things on that webpage that can entertain you for hours. So be careful, we don't want you to be a time bandit while you're at work. Hey, go to our new blog section, What's for Dinner? We've got a great local girl named Carol, family of 4. She brings in some of the great Johnny's items, cooks them up, and tells you about her experiences. She also offers up some recipe ideas of her own. So you gotta go to the blog, What's for Dinner? Click on that and see what Carol's got to say this week. Hey, you'll also find a little $5 coupon for your efforts. So you gotta do that. And also, you can find our specials. We've got weekly specials and they're all on the web page. Just in case you missed the back of the newspaper or you missed the radio ads, you can go to our web page and those specials are there every week for you to look at and then come to Johnny's and buy. All right, well, we've got a great show lined up today. We've got Brent Straley, our Director of Purchasing. He's here, and we've got, of course, our corporate chef, Roger Tappan. Well, now today, we're going to talk about a couple items, soup and seafood. Great items for the beginning of the year. But first off, shrimp, 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 shrimp. Have you bought your shrimp yet for the big game? How about Valentine's Day? How about Lent coming up? Hey, shrimp isn't just for Christmas, guys. Shrimp is an all year long fare, and we've got the best prices in town, always at Johnny's, restaurant quality foods at wholesale prices. So don't forget, Johnny's is your headquarters for your shrimp needs. Always the best price in town, $22.95 for 36 40-count shrimp, 5-pound block. We will not be beat on price. So, you got your shrimp, got the big things coming on. Today, we're going to talk about soup, 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 soup. That's right, soup. Because Johnny's has over 40 different varieties of soup. Restaurant quality. You can't go wrong with Johnny's soups. Always restaurant quality foods at wholesale prices at either of Johnny's great locations. And we also have Brent going to show you some seafood today. We've got a great action-packed show lined up, and we've got some special things to talk about today, and you don't want to miss the ending. I've got a special announcement at the end of the show today, so don't touch that dial. You're going to want to stay for the full 30 minutes today. We've got a lot on tap. Now, 2 great locations. Where are we at? We're at 1456 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia, and of course, right here on Route 11 south of Chambersburg, where we have been a long time. We know you know how to get here to Johnny's, and now you know how to get to the webpage, www.johnniesinc.com. Click on What's for Dinner. You can click on, hey, how about past episodes? Maybe you forgot how to do those great shrimp that Rod's talking about. Well, we've done some episodes on preparing shrimp. Roger Tappan and Brent are in the past episodes, so go to those. You can get it all on our webpage along with those specials. So, hey, let's get to the show and see what Brent's got for us.
Good morning. As Rod had said, we're out here today showing, this is just a small portion of all the soups that we carry. Rod had mentioned we have about 40 different varieties. We just spread some out here across the way. French onion soup, baked potato chowder with bacon, Yankee pot roast soup, creamy potato soup, seafood gumbo. These are only a small portion of all the soup items we have. Now this variety here from Soup Supreme, we've carried this product for probably 15 years. It is an add water product. I do want to mention that The company that manufactures this product also is the largest manufacturer of frozen vegetables in the world. So consequently, this product is going to be gorgeous. The vegetables are going to be gorgeous. They have never cooked the product. You're cooking it for the first time. So this is always going to be fresh. It's going to hold up well. Hey, if you can't handle a gallon of soup, which is what each one of these bags makes, you can portion it out and freeze it, put it away for later. Not a problem. It does not hurt it to freeze it once. Moving over to this side here, hey, we've got a brand new line from Blount Soups, very high quality seafood manufacturer. Here we have rip-roaring crab, shrimp and roasted corn, Maine lobster bisque, steak and ale, scallop and bacon. Just a wonderful, wonderful product. What differentiates this product from this product, however, is this is a straight flavor. This is strictly heat and serve. This is basically a half gallon of soup here. And again, that's a product that can be refrozen if necessary. And again, we have, again, about 40 different varieties of these things, so you're always going to find something new and different every week when you come in to try these products. And again, don't be afraid of the packaging. You can make it up in a gallon form, freeze it, portion it, you're good to go. Okay, what we're going to do is move over to Roger. Roger's going to take some of these soups and show us some different ways to utilize those with pasta and fish and so forth. I think some great ideas, so please pay attention to that.
Thank you, Brent, and hello, ladies and gentlemen. Brent explained to you about our new line of Blount soups, ready to thaw, heat, and eat. And they're terrific as their intended purpose for a rich and delicious soup, but there's some dual usages too, and I'd like to show you those. Now here I have a plate of cooked linguine, and I have rip-roaring shrimp and crab soup here in my crock pot. They make a wonderful pasta coating. Simple as that. Look at that. Maybe spritz that with a little parsley. Done deal. Rich and delicious, very luxurious. And here I have a fish fillet that I baked off, just some standard seasonings and etc. Nice white fish fillet we'll talk about later, and the same holds true. And you can use our rip-roaring shrimp and crab soup. We have a shrimp and corn chowder, and we have a Maine lobster bisque, and they all work just fine for as a nice fish or seafood topping. You could put it over shrimp, scallops, whatever. We have a scallop and bacon chowder also, and you can also put it over any pasta that you choose. Just drizzle it over that fish and just look how nice and luxurious. Ready-made luxurious sauce. They'll think you've spent hours and hours and hours on it. It just eats rich. It's very complimentary to fish. It's very complimentary to pasta. And all of those soups that I mentioned are the same. So there's a dual usage for a wonderful soup line. Thank you very much. Let's go back to Brent, and Brent's going to talk about some seafood items and especially some nice fin fish that we stock here at Johnny's.
Roger, thank you very much for all those great ideas. I'm certain I'm going to use some of those at home. In fact, I already have used some of those at home. We have out here today 6 varieties, some of the best-selling varieties we have of what we're going to call fin fish or unbreaded, not processed fish. Okay, we're going to start over here. This is North Atlantic flounder. That's about a 7 to 8 ounce portion there. Just a gorgeous product. Again, North Atlantic Sea, great cold water fish. My favorite, one of my favorites certainly, North Atlantic haddock, a natural haddock fillet. And again, virtually any one of these fishes can be prepared, certainly baked, certainly broiled. Some of the fish can be done pan-fried. In fact, most of those can be pan-fried. Some, in fact, can be done on the grill. You got to be a little gentle with those, using some foil and so forth to set them down on. Again, haddock, my favorite, one of our best sellers. Over here we have North Atlantic salmon, wild-caught salmon. Excellent. This is called a portion versus a steak. Just a great product. Over here, Alaskan pollock. Great white mild fish, just like the haddock. Just a real nice, inexpensive piece of fish that you can whip out. You can, keeping in mind, you can batter and bread these things. You can just batter them. You can add a little beer to your batter, whatever you want to do, and fry them as well. Just a lot of different ways to use these products because they are starting from the raw, if you will, the raw state. Not further processed, not battered, not breaded. Number 1 selling fish coming up is tilapia. I think everybody is familiar with that product. a very inexpensive fish, very flavorful fish, very pretty fish. This is about a 5 to 7 ounce portion. It actually is number 4 in the world in terms of seafood consumption, keeping in mind that crab meat and shrimp are ahead of that. So this is one of the most popular, just raw, thin fish that you can buy today. Very, very inexpensive. We have it all the time. Another item over here, again, another very mild whitefish, bassa or pangasius. This is a type of catfish, but commonly known as bassa or pangasius. Again, all these products feel very comfortable about battering and breading those and pan frying if you choose to. Bake them, broil them, season them any way you want. Again, I think Roger probably give us some ideas about topping these products with some of our soup items or other toppings as well to enhance them. You can split them and fill them with crab meat. There's just any number of different ways you can do these things to fill them, enhance them, make them pretty. Just a great, great product. We're going to now go over to Roger and see what he's going to do with some of these products to, again, as I mentioned, further enhance those, make them look prettier on your plate when your guests are coming in. Thanks, and we'll go over to Roger right now.
Thank you, Brent. Folks, I'd like to show you some techniques and some recipes with these fine fishes we have here at Johnny's. And we're going to start out with a casserole type dish of a stuffed bassa fish. And look at the beautiful white fillet, mild. This is probably the most versatile fish that I have ever cooked. Literally cooked it every way you can think of, and it just responds beautifully to any recipe you choose. Today we're going to stuff it with a crab cake mixture. So I've got a ceramic baking dish, ramekin. Just going to give it a quick spray so the dishwasher doesn't get on my back. And all I'm going to do is just mold that crab cake in place. And I'm going to take my fillet. I have patted it dry. We always want to pat your fish fillets dry because the excess surface moisture does no good in our recipe. So I'm going to cut down through the center, starting not quite at the tip. And I'm making contact with the board underneath, so I'm cutting a pocket. And I'm going to take my fillet and just simply drape it over my crab filling. I'm going to give that just a little bit of Old Bay seasoning. There we go. And a teeny bit of imitation butter. Ready to go. Oven ready. I'm putting that in a 400-degree oven for approximately 20 minutes. I'll know it's done when that fish is white and flaky. You can always tell with white fish when it's done correctly when when you open the center, you open it with a knife or a fork and look inside and it's pure white throughout, then we know the fish is done. Now, I'm going to take a natural haddock fillet and just kind of old-fashioned pan fry it. And one of the secrets here, so we don't get a sticking situation, is that we have a hot pan, then hot oil, and then a fish that has been chilled, or the chill has been left to remove so that we're a little warmer. We don't want a real hot fillet. And again, I have patted this fillet with paper towels to get the surface moisture off. So first of all, I want to get my pan to the point where a drop of water will sizzle. And it's going all over the place in little beads and balls, so that is correct. So now I want, my pan's hot enough, I want 1/8 of an inch of oil. Bingo. Little flambe there. Okay, now I've taken some flour, regular all-purpose flour, and mixed in a generous amount of Old Bay seasoning. Just pat it in there, nothing to it. Here we go. Now, this oil needs to be hot too. I'm going to lay the fish in here with my hand away from me. and we'll brown it on both sides for about 3 minutes. Now I'm less than an inch thick. If it was an inch thick, this would take about 4 to 5 minutes a side. I'm at about 3/4. It's going to take about 3 minutes per side. You can see how that fish fillet is loose in the pan? That's because of all the preliminary things we did. Heat the pan, heat the oil. And what happens and why your pans stick with animal products is the animal proteins. You'll note that your asparagus doesn't stick, your zucchini doesn't stick, because they don't have animal proteins. Animal proteins and the ions in the metal want to bond. They want to bond. So we need to heat the pan and heat the oil so that the surface moisture of the product gives us steam and therefore gives us lift and keeps us loose in the pan. Without that, the fish is just going to stick to that pan. The veal cutlet is going to stick to that pan. The pork cutlet is going to stick, or the steak, either one. Now we've got some good reaction here. You want to put the side of the fish down in the pan that you want to have up on the plate. So the show side, when you look at that and determine which one you want, the show side goes down first, then you turn it in the second side. So this is finishing nicely. Actually, it's only going to take about 2 minutes. Got a good heat source there. And we have the crab stuffed fillet in the oven. I'm not getting a lot of oil in that fish because of my temperature again. It'll seal the surface, and we've got that flour coating. So we're not absorbing oil. If the oil was a lesser temperature, we could be. Okay. Now, just want to show you what the finished product looks like when it's plated. Here's our haddock fillet, beautifully browned. Got a little timbale of rice here. And here is our crab stuffed basa. Isn't it pretty? Remember that soup segment? If you chose to, you could drizzle a little soup over there. You could put a little white sauce, but it'll be just fine, just like it is. So there's 2 of our dishes for fin fish. We have our natural haddock. We have our basa fillet. I encourage you people, please try basa. Again, it's the most versatile fish that I've ever cooked. It's just delicious. And of course, most of you are familiar with the haddock. We sell haddock in about 4 or 5 different varieties here at Johnny's, so please come in and try. Now, if you'll give me a few minutes, I'm going to clear my range top and get it set up and show you a couple more recipes. And hello everybody again. Today I want to finish up with a nice salmon fillet. I'm going to grill it, and I'm going to show you how to potato coat a fish fillet, just as easy as can be, and very inexpensive also. So let's start with the grill, and I've got my beautiful 8-ounce salmon fillet. All our salmon is wild caught, by the way. Got a hot grill, and I'm choosing the side to go down first again that I want to show up on the plate. So let's lubricate the grill a little bit. I'm going to set this out here on an angle. And while that's going, let me explain the sauce that I'm going to baste it with. This is Frank's Red Hot Sweet Chili Sauce and our Miner's Teriyaki Sauce. And I'm using 1/3 part teriyaki and 2 parts of the sweet chili sauce. Now, don't let this red hot scare you off. This is a warm sauce and warm in the background. It is not red hot. This is part of their name and logo, so they have to use it, but don't let it run you off. We're just in love with this sauce at Johnny's. We're using it for so many different things, wings and meatballs and sauces, and by the way, their website is loaded with terrific recipes. So here's a real easy sauce. Just mix the 2 together, and I'm going to baste the salmon once I turn it with this beautiful, rich, sweet and soy sauce. So while that's going on, I'm going to take a pan, sheet pan for the oven. I've got an oven here at 400 degrees. I'm taking my nice basa fillet, and I'm going to take some Old Bay seasoning. You can use your favorite, whatever you choose. And this is our Golden Select buttery Yukon Gold instant mashed potatoes. It's terrific mashed potatoes in and of itself. Just mix it with water. They're almost instant, and this has a nice yellow color to it. And that's going to go great with our seafood as a topping. And all we need to do, sprinkle that topping on our fish. I'm going to press it on gently. A little more. The potato does not get in the way of the fish does not get in the way of the potato. They're complementary in terms of flavor, and it comes out looking real nice. So to help that brown just a little bit and give it a little bit more season, just a little more touch of Old Bay. And there we go. Potato crusted fish. This will work on just any fish you choose. Boneless, skinless fillets here, and this happens to be basa. So that's going to go in the oven for about 10 minutes. Here's our salmon. Put that nice sauce on there. Again, all our salmon is wild caught. Brent showed you some other fish fillets in the whitefish variety. I encourage you to try that basa or haddock. We have haddock in loins, and we have it in the natural fillet. We have it in what's called the cello pack, and it's called cello because it's wrapped in cellophane. There's 6 bars to a box. Great seller in the tri-state area for years and years and years, and we've got good varieties of each of those. Salmon is almost finished. Now because I glaze this one side and there's a certain amount of sugar in both of those sauces, I can turn it over and just tweak the color a little bit, but I can't go too far. Can't leave it there too far, the sugars are burned. So let's flip it back, glaze this side. Cook that for just a few minutes. Now, with the magic of the television, I have a prepared fillet done, and that's the basa with the potato coating on that. If you'd like to put a little sauce with that, you can. It'll eat just fine because of the moisture of the fish also, but a good tartar sauce. And speaking of tartar, with the Frank's sweet chili sauce, 1/3 cup of this and a cup of mayonnaise makes the best tartar sauce you ever had. We're just really enjoying that here at Johnny's. Okay, our salmon is firming up. Notice I'm poking it with my finger. It's losing its softness. Let's turn it over. There we go. And just to finish it up, one more glaze. This is a pretty intense sauce, so we don't want to overdo it. And you notice I did not marinate it, I'm just glazing it. And here is our salmon fillet. There you are, folks. There's some real simple recipes. We've got a terrific line of fin fish here at Johnny's. Please come in and try, and don't forget that soup line of almost 40 varieties. We've got a lot to offer, and hope you'll come in and take advantage of it. Thank you.
Well, there you have it. Another great show from the professional staff here at Johnny's. Well, you saw those great soups. We have over 40 different varieties of restaurant quality foods, and only at Johnny's you can get them at wholesale prices. And then Roger showing us that great seafood we have here at Johnny's. Thank you, Brent. Thank you, Roger. You know, these guys bring a lot of knowledge to the table, and they have the knowledge because they have the experience. They've been in the business a long time. Believe it or not, I know we don't look this old, but between the three of us, we've got almost 100 years of experience. Wow, Hugger Dog, you don't look that old. Well, I know, 53 and Brent and Roger, heck, they're pushing 70, them old turds. Well, no, not really, okay. But anyways, we have a lot of experience, and we can get you the kind of knowledge you need when you're ready to prepare your foods. Okay, look, shrimp, 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 shrimp. Johnny's still has the best price in town on shrimp. $22.95 for 5 pounds of raw Gulf shrimp. That's right, guys. Raw Gulf shrimp, only the best quality here at Johnny's. We don't have those black tiger shrimp. Those are farm-raised shrimp. Not ideal for steaming. Everybody in our market likes to steam their shrimp. That's why Johnny's only carries the raw Gulf shrimp, and you can get them at Johnny's at the best price. Always at Johnny's. Route 11 South here in Chambersburg, and of course, 1456 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. That's 81 South, exit 12, third traffic light right, and we're right there. Now, I promised you guys a little announcement. You know, we've been on the air 2.5 years now, and we've brought a lot of things to you guys. I showed you a lot of different products, and I know you're probably thinking, man, Rod, I forget them all. You're in luck. You can go to our webpage. You can look at all the segments. Click on Watch Videos. Our webpage, www.johnnies0112.com. Click on Watch Videos. We've got all those segments available for you to see. So you can see what, you want to look back. It's all there for you on the Johnny's webpage. Well, listen, guys, 2.5 years. This isn't days of our lives, man. We're not going to run for 30 or 40 years. 2.5 years. We brought a lot of segments to you. We brought a lot of products to you. So we're going to be discontinuing our 30-minute show. But listen, you're going to see us popping up on those 30-second spots. And you know where to get a hold of us, right? www.johnnies0112.com. We've got our specials on there every week specials. And we've got our shows on there. We've got our blog on there with Carol talking about new products every other week. Carol's on. Click on What's for Dinner and you'll get that $5 coupon. See what Carol's up to for the week. So we're here on Route 11 South of Chambersburg and we're in Martinsburg. No excuse for you not to come to Johnny's, find out what's cooking. And Johnny's, you always get restaurant quality foods at wholesale prices. Welcome back to another edition, What's Cooking at Johnny's. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, look at me. You know it. This stuff from Johnny's is so easy, Rod Hawker can do it. So, let's get started and let's go to Brent Straley and see what new products are available at Johnny's.
I want to talk a little bit about some appetizers too. We've got the shrimp covered as you saw earlier.
And in front of Brent and I, we've got those great steaks you can only get at Johnny's.
Now what we're going to do next is we're going to take some of these products over to our kitchen and we're going to have Chef Roger Tappan show us how to prepare them for you.
Garnish that up with a little lemon, a little parsley. And rather than cover up those good grill marks that we put on there, we're going to surround the steak.
Look how that comes out, Raj.
Yeah. And again, when that fish is white, remember the crab meat is cooked. So when that fish is white, it's done perfectly.
Johnny's always has restaurant quality foods at wholesale prices. We've got so many restaurant quality foods at wholesale prices, you gotta come to Johnny's. And one thing you wanna do, it's get to Johnny's because you can only get this stuff at Johnny's.